So this is going to be the first year of our natural swimming pool. First we start out by digging the electric. So digging in this ground in Missouri is really tough. It's this weird clay. Now we're digging the pool out. So we got this old backhoe that keeps breaking on me periodically, and at this point the hydraulic line's about to go. It actually blew 2 times, so I had to fix it twice. I'd already put the liner in, I put some water in it, and the seam leaked, so I had to pull it back out of there. I had to clean it all, recut it, and re-seam it back together. During all that time, it was very, very hot and very, very humid, and I wind up having a heat stress from that. Project going that I've been working on for a while. It has beat me up. So you see in the background is a pond tarp or a pond liner. So this is our dig. We'll check out how we did it. I'll walk down in here without falling. It's gonna be our natural swimming pool. There's a guy in Europe that makes these natural swimming pools, and I got the idea from him, and it looks very cool, and we're gonna try and see how it works. So we got this dig out. This is gonna be our deep section, and then stair steps up, all the way out there. This over here is gonna be the planted zone, and because here in Missouri, we have this weird clay, really mushy clay, and to keep the mushy clay from caving in, we do these tire stacks, and we stack them and build them up like how they do the earth ships, where they make the walls of the house into that. So I'm using that as the retaining wall to keep the dirt from falling in, and they'll continue to pack down and everything. Then we cover it with this felt, which breathes and allows water to pass through back and forth. Pretty sure it's gonna hold water. We had a little rain last night and it filled it up a little bit. So initially I rolled in the liner. I was already done, and it was in and it looked great and I was pretty happy with it. Well, I noticed that the pond was leaking, or this swimming pool was leaking. So we had to pull the liner back out to redo the seam. Now, doing the seam inside of the pool was really hard, and the seaming material that I used just did not work. So I had to pull the liner back out and re-seam it. And this time I used the right stuff, and there's the seam. So I had to stretch it all out on my lawn and then re-seam it. Now I'm waiting for my kids to get out of school so they can help me get the liner back in the pool, and then we'll start to fill it up. We'll look at it from the other direction. So that's gonna be the swimming pool. We'll keep moving forward on it. 99 degrees yesterday, and the humidity was crazy high, and I was working in this black pond liner, black felt, and to the point of heat exhaustion. I literally had a headache, was nauseous, and so I'm gonna recover. We'll keep up with the pool, and you guys will see this when it's all complete. So I had to cut a bunch of sidewalls out of the tires, and that's how I built that wall. But now I don't know what I'm gonna do with these sidewalls. So if anybody has any suggestion on what to do with these sidewalls, I'd be very interested. Nobody that I know in this area or around here, and not too many people in America actually do these. So I'm real curious to see if it works, how the guy in Europe says it works. And the good thing about it is there's not supposed to be any chemicals in the pool, and it just kind of takes care of itself, almost like a lake that stays nice and clear. We'll see if it works like that. So this pond liner weighs over 700 pounds. So with the 5 of us pulling it in and working it in slow, it was still a lot of work. This is probably something you just can't do with one person. You definitely need help. So with the help of the rain, it definitely filled up a lot more. I can't wait to get to using it. So this is the hose that will push the water through the filter system before I have put the rocks in. Natural swimming pool project. So we got these rocks delivered. This will be part of the filtration. So something with these rocks is they're a little dirty. They're kind of brown, got some brown mud on them. So that's created a little bit of a problem inside the pool. But I think it'll be okay. I do have a pool pump vacuum that we're gonna vacuum off some of the sediment on the bottom because the liner got dirty and everything. So here it is, a little green looking. So this is over here is going to be our planted zone. We're going to have rocks, filtration. There's a leach field pipe under there that'll allow the water to pass through there. We're going to air pump water in, and we're going to suck water back out the other side. We'll show you all that here in just a minute. We're filling it the rest of the way up. I was hoping it would rain. It hasn't rained in a while. We got the liner back over here, so we had to seam it in a couple places. It's got more wrinkles in it than I would like, but that's just because I didn't really know what I was doing with the liner, but it should be fine. So let's go check out the other side. So as it fills up, it's actually pretty clear. It's actually pretty clear in here. It's got some algae growth in it, but I think we'll be able to take care of that. Okay, so what we're actually doing here, there's an air stone with a pipe at the end of that pumping up through here, moving water, you can see that, into the leach field pipe. It's all coiled up underneath here. You can see some of it right here, and we still have to add more. So we use these tires as a border, and then what we'll do is we'll fill this up here with a little bit of rock, and we'll take this felt and we'll roll it over, cover the tires, and that'll hold the rocks, and the filtration will push through all that. So even that felt will work as a type of filter too. So that pipe continues on through here, and it actually comes out right there. So that's the end of the pipe, and again, we'll fill this up with rock a little bit. We'll take the felt and roll it over. Once we get it all done, we'll do things like this. This will be the plant. So this is mint. Down the road, we got some water lilies and stuff that we're gonna bring in and plant in this zone. So we're gonna take our tractor and go get some more rocks. This is our pool so far, and we'll just continue on. So our air pump, so this is our air hose, and it's a weighted air hose. Our air pump, I made a little makeshift home for it right now. Looks like it moved. Anyway, this is our little makeshift home for it. In the pool is one of these air stones, and I just take that 4-inch drain pipe and I shove this up in there, so that'd be just like that pipe right there. You take this and you shove this up into the end of that, and it blows air, and that air pushes up that hose, and it actually pushes the water out, creating a water pump. So here's our pool. So over here, under here is going to be the filter section. This is the swim zone. I don't know if you can see it. It is actually starting. So down the road, they had some mosquito fish. I don't know if you can see them, but we brought a few of them here and they've populated. Got some tadpoles from some frogs. And see, there's one of the frogs right there. And eventually should clear all the way up, hopefully by summer of next year. It's getting on the winter time around here. It doesn't feel like winter time right now, but the temperature has changed a lot. So I had to seam this backside here with the liner. You can see it right there. And I don't think I did a very good job because I think it leaks. So it was holding water up until that point, but now it's losing water there. So in this section here, we're actually gonna have like a sandy beach. So I got some tires here. The sand will go to that point and that'll be your barrier. But the planted zone and the bubbles and all that stuff seem to be working as far as cleaning it up, clearing it up. We still have work to do. We're gonna put more plants in it and more rocks. So, like I said, the little mosquito fish are helping. The plants we got from down by the river are helping. And so I had to reseam that back wall, and it definitely is holding. I went down to the creek and got some more bigger rocks. I still need to finish landscaping everything come summertime, but everything looks like it's clearing up. Still looks a little green here, but we're hopeful that it all clears up very well. After about 2 weeks of having the water level where it should be, it has definitely cleared up. Winter's coming upon us, so we'll give you an update once the weather warms up.